Welcome to Berber History and Tradition. Today we take you to a unique, mysterious, and fascinating place, the Oasis of Siwa in Berber. Located at the edge of Egypt, near Libya, this oasis is a true jewel where history, culture, and nature intertwine. A place where Berber is still spoken, and where the echo of Alexander the Great still resonates through the centuries. Geography and natural setting. Siwa lies about 560 kilometers from Cairo and 300 kilometers from Marsa Matruh on the Mediterranean coast. Nestled in a depression, the oasis stretches in the heart of the Libyan desert. Thanks to its artesian springs and the hard work of its people, it has always remained fertile, despite the surrounding aridity. With its vast palm groves, ancient olive trees, and two great salt lakes, Siwa is a haven of life in a sea of sand. Its landscapes, limestone hills, golden dunes, and isolated mountains form a nearly unreal setting. Today, about 33,000 people live in the oasis. They are called the Isuwan, and they speak Siwi, a local Berber language, a precious heritage from a millennial past. Etymology: a name Siwa carries many names in Berber: Isiwan or Sali, in Arabic, Wahwat, Siwa. In antiquity, the oasis of Amun or Ammonium. In ancient Egypt, Sgtjmw, meaning the field of trees. Some scholars connect its name to Paleo-Berber roots. Others to Coptic words or mythological references linked to the god Amun-Ra, symbolized by the falcon. Ancient history. For a long time, Siwa remained isolated from Egypt. Only during the 26th dynasty was a necropolis built there, marking its integration into the pharaonic world. A famous episode ties Siwa to legend. Around 500 BC, the army of Cambyses II, king of Persia, is said to have mysteriously disappeared in the desert sands near the oasis. But it was in 331 BC that Siwa entered universal history. That year, Alexander the Great crossed the desert to reach the temple of Amun at Agurmi. The oracle declared him the son of Zuzaman, confirming his divine status and his right to rule Egypt as pharaoh. Since then, Siwa has been known worldwide as the site of this mythical moment. Siwa in Islam: when Muslim Arabs arrived in 708, they faced strong resistance from this Berber oasis. The people of Siwa did not fully convert to Islam until centuries later, probably in the 12th century. This attachment to tradition explains why Siwi Berber survived until today, making Siwa the easternmost point of the Berber-speaking world. Economy and tradition. Siwa's economy has always been based on oasis agriculture: dates, olives, vegetables, handicrafts, silver jewelry, textiles, pottery. Caravan trade. Siwa was a stop on the trans-Saharan routes, linking Africa with the Mediterranean. Even today, Siwa's olive oil and dates are highly renowned. Villages and architecture to fortresses dominate Siwa's history. Shali Siwa, Shali Agurmi, built in mud brick, they served as shelters for the population. Now in ruins, they still reflect the oasis's rich architecture and social organization. Houses in Siwa are still built using ancient traditions, with stone, earth, and salt materials perfectly suited to the harsh desert climate. Culture and customs. The Isuwan preserved unique traditions, festivals, and rituals tied to agricultural seasons. Traditional silver jewelry decorated with glass beads or amber. Colorful garments recalling Berber heritage across North Africa. At the heart of this identity lies the Siwi language, a unique Berber dialect, distant from those of the Maghreb, yet holding the memory of a shared heritage. Like Siwa, today until the late 20th century, Siwa remained isolated. Only in 1984 was it connected by road to Marsa Matruh, opening the door to tourism. Electricity only arrived in 1987. Since then, Siwa has changed. Donkeys gave way to motorcycles, tourists arrived, and in 2023, the oasis was awarded the title of Best Tourism Villages by the World Tourism Organization. Yet despite these changes, Siwa remains a world apart, where one can still feel the spirit of the ancestors. Conclusion: the oasis of Siwa is much more than an enchanting landscape. It is a sanctuary of Berber memory, a land that witnessed pharaohs, prophets, and conquerors, but always preserved its own soul. In its palm groves and mountains, in its salt lakes and fortresses, one still hears the echo of the Isiwan, guardians of a millennial culture. Here at the edge of the desert, Berber history becomes eternity. Thank you for watching Berber History and Tradition. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue this journey through the roots of our Amazigh and Mediterranean identity.